This is project number 243, facts, that is flexible AC transmission by static power compensation, SBC, and we have static capacitors here, so we call it TSC also, thyristor switched capacitors. Here we have the capacitors. We have two capacitors here, and we have one inductor here for inductive load. We also have a linear load here, which is a lamp, and we got back-to-back SCRs here. This is one SCR, this is one SCR, so back-to-back SCR. So for these two capacitors, we have four back-to-back SCRs, these two for this capacitor and these two for this capacitor, and we have an LCD microcontroller and a current sensing arrangement here by a CT. So for this, and the arrangement that we have here, we have a switch here. This switch, this side is for inductive load. When we take it to this side, it will be for linear load. And here we have a switch also to see the lagging current and lagging power factor, and this side the compensated. So this is what is the project, and once we switch on, what we find is you can see the reading, that is SVC, facts project thyristor switched capacitors, as you can see on the LCD, and now it gives me a reading of 0.728, that is the power factor, and it tells that is the time delay between the voltage and the current. The power factor is this, and the time delay between the voltage and current is 2.385 milliseconds. Based on this power factor has been calculated, and we will notice that since the power factor is this nature, the capacitors will automatically get switched on, which we can see from this LED glowing. And if one LED glows, we will come to know that one of the capacitor is switched on, and if the second LED glows also, then we will know that both the capacitors switched on. Now at this juncture, what we will find that only one capacitor will switched on depending on the power factor, which we find here. So what we find here, this one LED is glowing, indicating that one capacitor has come into picture, and this is what the power factor, and it is trying to compensate with this back-to-back thyristor switched for this capacitor. Now if you would like to see what is the compensated type, we take the switch to this side, and we will find that this will switch over to compensated. Now it is compensated, means the power factor is 1, and ultimately we will find that once the power factor becomes 1, the thyristor is switched off, and this is what is the function of the project. And if you put it in this position, it will go on switching on and off, on and off. That is what is explained in audio visual separately.